It's different culture. So
Yeah.
understanding that it's Korean school, we just assume the situation where your daughter got pregnant. This is the Ellie
And Lee, show.
show. Okay, for the second book, we read about personality book, and the name of the book is Personality by Daniel Nettle.
Yeah. So actually, we kind of read this book as well as
Mm-hmm.
the Rich Dad Poor Dad together. So it kind of
Yeah.
gave insight, and you'd find in our Rich Dad Poor Dad series, we kind of touched on it, but now we want to talk
Mm-hmm.
about this book a little bit further.
This book is based on the Big Five personality
Oh, yeah,
traits.
yeah. So in the book, the big five is, we'll just list them off: extroversion,
Mm-hmm.
neuroticism, conscientiousness,
Mm-hmm.
openness, and agreeableness. So it kind of made it easier for us because, I think there's other personality tests and things like that that you get online where it's like
Mm-hmm.
16 different personalities,
Mm-hmm.
and it's, that's kind of a
Oh,
lot.
you're talking about MBTI, right?
Yeah, yeah. I didn't
Oh yeah.
particularly like that because,
Oh, I like them.
oh, really, the reason I
Yeah.
didn't like it is because, like,
Uh,
if you have so many definitive kinds of personalities, right?
uh, uh.
Then to me, it's kind of like putting yourself in a box. Like, oh, okay, I
Mm.
scored this in the MBTI. Then you start to
Uh-huh.
think, oh, okay, this person is like that. This person is like that. But then
Yeah.
the reason why I
Mm-hmm.
prefer the big five is it's
Mm-hmm.
more of a scale. Like
Yeah, that's true.
like they give you the five traits, but you can be
Mm-hmm.
anywhere in between that scale. So some people
Mm-hmm.
are more extroverted, for example. Some people are
Mm-hmm.
less agreeable and that sort of thing. So it's kind of like it gives you a scale to work with instead of being like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
this is the category you fall into. I don't really like that.
So what we did for the personality test,
Hmm.
we did it from Jordan Peterson website, right?
So we actually watched a lot of Jordan Peterson videos before reading this book, and we also did the personality test that he has.
Yeah, understandmyself.com. Yeah, we actually did it like a year ago, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then how they present the result is,
Hmm.
as Lee says, it's the scale, not about like
Not about categories.
standard. But I found out when they gave an example
Yeah.
of our personality, it's categorized.
In what way?
In for example,
Hmm.
98% in neuroticism, right?
Yeah.
And then they're like, I'm very high in neuroticism.
Okay.
Something like that. Maybe they just divide it into 1/4
But then that's
for
still,
each category. Because very low, low, moderate, oh, then 5. High, very high. But like still, it's more possibilities than 16 personality traits of MBTI.
yeah. The thing is, I think the MBTI is kind of aimed towards, making it more easier to understand. Like if you don't read up on personality, you can kind of get it. But, you know,
Mm.
they break it down into like analysts,
Mm-hmm.
diplomats, sentinels, explorers.
Oh.
To me, it's kind of, again, it's putting you into a category because at the end of it, you do get only
Mm-hmm.
one out of the 16 personalities, like when you do the test.
But you haven't done it before,
I
right?
have.
Oh, you have.
Hmm.
What's yours?
So mine actually changed.
Mm-hmm.
So it was between the logician and debater. So NITP and then ENTP.
Oh, you're ENTP.
No, it
Mm.
switched between both.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So mine changes a lot too. Each time I take this test, it changes. Usually, I think I am INFP.
Ah, okay.
Hmm. I actually forget what that letter stands for.
Yeah, that's true.
I as an introvert, N as an I don't know
Yeah,
neuroticism. No, I
I
don't think
don't
so.
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I think
Mm-hmm.
the reason why I kind of disagree with it or don't
Mm-hmm.
particularly like it is that
Mm-hmm.
they give names for it. So, like, you get
Oh, okay.
architect, you
Mm-hmm.
get commander,
Oh,
you
yeah.
get advocate, you get campaigner. So it's like
I thought that's interesting.
it's interesting, yes, but it kind of to me it starts
Mm-hmm.
to narrow the way you think about it.
Ah, okay. Mm.
Because
Yeah, I get it.
so the reason why I like the five traits is that it
Mm-hmm.
gives you a baseline of maybe where your personality's at.
Mm-hmm.
Then you know you can work on certain things, but like what you want to do or what you would tend to do is still
Mm-hmm.
open to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it seems like more you're just improving on something where you feel you need to, then
Mm-hmm.
it's like you're trying to jump from a personality to
Ah, okay.
another.
Mm-mm-mm.
If you're enjoying this video so far,
Please like and subscribe.
yeah.
By the way, speaking of MBTI, I
Mm-hmm.
remember. So in the school, that was the first time me taking MBTI test.
Oh, me as well.
And oh, really?
Yeah.
So like for fun as a team.
Okay.
And then it was really interesting assumption. So like it was really fun time. So they're
Mm.
asking it's different culture. So
Yeah.
understanding that it's Korean school, we just assume the situation where your daughter got pregnant.
Yeah.
Even your daughter didn't marry as yet.
Yeah.
And then under 19, how would you react?
Mm-hmm. So then,
Yeah, it was super interesting because I never thought about it before. Like, I thought, oh, everyone will cry.
okay.
Yeah, there was actually interesting to see like how people I know would react differently.
Okay.
Someone would say, "Yeah, I wouldn't cry. Like cry doesn't really solve any problem.
Mm-hmm.
I rather
So,
just mhm."
so in that situation, let's do that now. Let's
Yeah,
do that.
okay. So
So how would you react if your daughter?
so I can say
Mm-hmm.
I'm now different than 5 years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
So at that moment, how I answered was that
Mm-hmm.
I really don't know what to do. I would cry. I just don't want to be in that situation.
Ah,
That was all.
yeah, I can tell already that it's very different.
Yeah, I was really emotional girl then.
Mm. And then now, how do you think you'd?
Now, I think I wouldn't be sad. I would be really irritated by the fact that I need to deal with the situation, but
Yeah.
I'll still be calm and then try to
Mm.
talk to her to solve the problem. Now I'm
Ah,
more
okay.
problem solving person, I guess.
So I guess you took a bit of that from our interactions.
Yeah, and also like during my university years,
Mm-hmm.
I had gone through too many things after that.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, I kind of learned how to deal with things without emotions.
Ah,
Need to
okay.
learn it more.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
And
But
I realized
mm,
being sad doesn't solve anything. I experienced it, so yeah.
okay. Yeah, that's an interesting take.
Mm.
Because
What do you think? How would
mine,
you react?
yeah, mine kind of would have been similar from what I would have said then to what I would have said now.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but the thing is, like,
Your answer is too expected.
yeah, well, that's the way my brain works. Like, if there's a problem, I try to think specifically about the problem and not,
Mhm.
how I
Mhm.
might be feeling.
Mhm.
Obviously, like, I would feel a bit upset about it. But
Mhm.
then, like, after maybe a few minutes or something like that, I'd start
Mhm.
thinking of, okay, now we're in this situation, what can we do about it?
Yeah, yeah,
You
that's
know,
helpful.
how can we take the situation and be in a better
Mhm.
standing? Because like there's many options that you can take, but you just try and find,
Mhm.
okay, what's the best option in this particular situation for that
Mhm.
particular person? And I think mine would tend to be just more like, okay, how much money do we have? Can we afford it? Okay, even if we can't,
Mhm.
what do we need to do to make the money and make it
Yeah.
happen? Yeah, and then also put the onus on, all right? You got yourself into the situation. Now
Mhm.
there's a couple of things that you're gonna need to do to be ready
Mhm.
for, like, because you have 9 months basically. So so it's like there's a bunch of things. There's a bunch of things you're gonna need to learn. There's a bunch of
It's
things we're
super
gonna need to do.
realistic.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
that's why I ended up scoring on those kind of personality things because I
So like
just
it's
mm,
actually related to NF thing. No, no, no. F and P, I guess.
yeah,
T P
I
T.
don't
I
know at
forgot.
all.
Yeah, I don't know. If someone knows what we are talking about, please comment.
Mm. But then, like with me, the reason
Oh,
why it
oh.
kind of changed, I think I sit on the middle when it comes to
Mm-hmm.
extroversion.
Oh, same.
Yeah, the reason why I think it changed is that there were obviously periods when maybe I felt like I needed more extroversion, like chatting with friends, and I did do debating in school and stuff like that. So like it did
Okay.
bounce around.
Mm.
Mm.
Mm. I think from my young age, I can be extrovert and introvert.
Mm.
So, yeah, it's weird. Cause like usually in the school I was extrovert, like some academy, like
Mm-hmm.
after school academies or private tutoring.
Yeah.
I was really introvert
Well, I guess you can say that
usually.
like if you're sitting in the middle, so I think it's called ambivert, where you kind of a bit of
Mm-hmm.
both. Like
Mm-hmm.
the way you can see it is, oh, okay, during school time, you were
Mm-hmm.
being extroverted and that meter kind of filled up. So that by the time you got to your academy, it's like, oh, I'm done.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So like when I was super extrovert,
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to be introvert because I kind of regret a lot what I have said during the daytime.
Mm.
So by the night I was like, oh okay, so I made this comment and that comment was really bad because like
Mm.
maybe the reaction was bad or blah blah blah. And then oh why can I just be an introvert who doesn't really talk shit or not like I'm not saying that extroverts talk shit a lot.
Yeah.
I'm just saying like they tend to talk a lot, right? So
Yeah.
they have higher chance of making mistake when they speak, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just talking about it and I don't know, like I kind of have that feelings that introvert is really different being.
Different being.
Yeah, because I was young, I couldn't really understand why people are so different.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't really understand some people doesn't want to get attention from
Oh yeah.
outside.
Yeah. You often think that, oh,
Mm-mm.
everyone wants to be a superstar or,
Mm-mm.
like the movie star, rich and famous sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but like somehow I don't remember why, but I became more introvert by one point.
Mm. Okay.
And then after that, yeah, I just know now how to enjoy the time by myself and
Mm.
but still I think now I think I need to be more extrovert.
Ah, okay. Yeah,
Mm.
for this discussion. The grass is always greener. Please consider liking and subscribing. It really helps us out.
Thanks for watching. See
See
you.
you.